Hey everyone, welcome to the Underswell. I'm Derek Sabori. Thanks for being here. Give me your sales pitch. Why would a company hire you? Recent graduate, you're new in this field, but you're learning a lot, I know quickly, but why would somebody hire you? Why should they hire you?
That is the million-dollar question. I would say that I've been in the restaurant industry for years and years and years. I have the work ethic. I've had countless jobs where I had to learn different skills, different softwares, just pretty much just learn on the fly, and every time I've been able to at least make the most out of it on my end, and I'm hoping I can do the same in digital marketing.
Today's profile is on Andrew Kaminski, a recent Cal State Fullerton graduate with a bachelor's degree in communications and media studies, and a young professional eager to bring his hustle, adaptability, and digital marketing chops to the right team. In this episode, Andrew shares how years in the restaurant industry built his resilience and customer service skills, and how a pivot from film to digital marketing sparked a passion for PPC, paid social, and lead generation. If you're a hiring manager looking for someone who learns quickly, takes initiative, and thrives in fast-paced environments, and brings a little humor to the workplace, Andrew might just be the motivated early career candidate that you're looking for. Thanks for checking out this professional podcast profile on Andrew Kaminski. All right, well, I'm here with Andrew Kaminski, a recent Cal State Fullerton graduate and a digital marketing specialist. Andrew, I want to hand it over to you. Tell me what that means. What does that entail as a digital marketing specialist, and why would somebody want to hire you in that field?
So it's kind of like the 21st century version of Mad Men, where back in the day, you to advertise your product, you had to go buy a billboard or rent out a piece in a magazine or a TV ad. But now with obviously Google and a lot of social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, there's new ways to market, and there's new ways to get your name out there. And so what I'm focusing on is PPC, so pay per click. I would basically work with Google ads and Instagram and Facebook, where I'd be the one that would get your company's name when you look up plumber near me. It's you want to be the first guy on Google that says my plumbing is right next to you, hire me. So I'd be the one that would get you on the front page of Google. When you're scrolling Instagram, it'd be the one to get your product there, or whatever your digital marketing needs are.
So you're the one that's going to help companies and brands get eyeballs on their products and their ads, and help people click through and make that purchase and help drive revenue.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm excited to kind of showcase who you are. You're out in the world now. You just got your degree. We're looking for a job. You're looking for a job. I want to see if I can help you. So you recently graduated with a bachelor's degree in communications and media studies. You're an aspiring digital strategist. You're continuing to learn. You're on this continuing learning journey in this space. But right now you're keeping an eye out for opportunities that could lead to full-time, career-oriented work now that you're done with college. Does that sound about right?
It's a pretty good summary right there. Yeah.
Tell me first, where are you calling in from? Where's home? And I guess my first question to go along with that is if the right opportunity were to present itself, are you willing to relocate now that you've earned your degree?
Good question. Yeah, I am calling in from Orange, California. And yeah, I'm really looking for any kind of work. I'm happy to work remotely, in person, and pretty much anywhere in the country I'm down to move to. I'm ready to get a job and start make my way in life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, 100%. Do you have a preference for kind of what you've experienced so far? Do you have a preference for remote work, hybrid, or do you really want to be in the office working amongst and alongside peers?
At least at the start, I think I'd want to start in the office, because at least from what internships I've had in the previous work experience, I do like in person, and it's nice just having the manager or a coworker right next to you just ask questions, be like, hey, what are we doing wrong here? Or just quick little side conversations. I like that.
Yeah, getting that feedback, that immediate feedback, that's super important. I know you wrote in your LinkedIn bio, on your resume, you've got that you're an out-of-the-box problem solver, good at meeting deadlines under pressure. You've really described yourself as a detail-oriented person with really good communication skills. I want to know, though, if we kind of talk pathways, tell me a little bit about your last couple of years, what got you to that point to describe yourself as such. And then what are you hoping for in the next 2 to 3 years? So what have you been up to these last few years while you were going through college?
So the start of this digital marketing journey started when I went my internship at a Newport Beach Film Festival. And because originally I was a film major, and I was like, I want to do film. This is like what I want to do. So a film internship sounds like the right thing to do. But at the internship, that's why I was assigned to be a social media marketing intern. And I was like, okay, I'll try this out. And so I did a couple of things like influencer outreach and content creation. But then what kind of like solidified it was like when one of my videos, it was like the highest organic view video, and I was like, oh, I felt so proud. Like this video got so many views.
Yeah.
But then the like main channel video, like the one that announced the film festival, like tickets were going on sale, that video got like 1 million plus views. And I was like, how did that do so much more than mine? Like mine was a good video. And the reason they got so many reviews because it was paid or it was a paid video. And I was like, always in the back of my mind, like I've done Instagram, I'd seen like their sponsored ads, like I'd seen that before, but I never actually like took the time to think like, wait, how do companies get their things in front of you? And that was like the first kind of like light bulb moment of like, oh, you can just do that for like, you don't have to be like this big company to do it. You can just be like a small film festival and you can like advertise your like tickets are on sale now. And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. And so that kind of like was the light bulb moment.
Yeah, that's interesting. What led to that internship there? Kind of what were you doing before then? Were there other jobs that helped kind of pave the way for that?
Before that, I've just always been in the restaurant industry. I've been like a host, a busser, a waiter, like pretty much all Tens restaurants, like small, like 5-person tables to like big, like 100-table restaurants. So just like all sizes and like a lot of customer service experience and a lot of just like dealing with people a lot. It's mainly customer services.
Yeah. It's about dealing, especially in those settings, it's about dealing with people sort of no matter what is happening, how bad your day, or you know, how good or bad your day was, how busy you are, how backed up you are in the back. I always like to kind of know what were some of the biggest takeaways from those times in the restaurant industry and those jobs for you.
You get through it.
You get through
is that
it.
no matter how busy or how slow the day is, like at the end of the day, the restaurant closes at 10 and you could have made a ton of tips, or you could have made no tips, and it could have been an awful day or it could have been a slow day, but you get through them and then you survive and the next day is a fresh start.
Yeah, and you've got to work with a team. I like that as well, that you've got to work with a team. And to your point of getting through it, you don't get to pack up your bags and go home. You don't get to quit on the service. Like you gotta finish the job there.
You got 20 tables to bus, and you have like still 2 to greet, and you're like, there's so much to do, but I have to focus, and I'm like, all right, we gotta get through the day.
Yeah, focus and prioritize, right? Because that also means sometimes people are going to have to wait. Something is going to have to wait. You've got to be able to. There are trade-offs always in the decisions we make, so I'm sure you learned a lot about that. Maybe tell me, before we look forward, though, what was it like getting that degree and getting through school for you? How did that go?
A mix of like relief and dread.
Really? How so?
Well, relief because it's like, you got the degree, you're done, you did it, congrats. Yeah. But also like in the back of my mind, like one of my roommates, he graduated a year before me, and like he's telling us all stories like he can't find a job, he can't do that. So I'm like, oh, I'm not done yet. It's just starting. Right.
This is just the beginning.
It's like, oh, it's not the end of the road, it's the beginning of an even bigger road.
Oh, and I would imagine that's, like you said, it's exciting and also probably a little overwhelming. So what exactly are you hoping for in these next 2-3 years? You know, we won't look too far out, but in the next couple of years, what are you hoping for? Where do you see yourself going?
The ideal role would just be like to join some kind of agency and just like get my foot in the door, like whatever it is, even just like a front desk role or something like that, to like get in the field and just like start seeing if like, yes, this is where I want to be. This is where I need to stay. This is where I need to find my way up here. And just like, that's mainly the main goal, is just like get my foot in the door.
Yeah. And why an agency? What do you like about the idea of working in an agency?
So I've tried to do freelance work, and it's a struggle. Because after I got my certificate in Google Ads, I was like, okay, I kind of want to like do a little test run. So I emailed like a bunch of companies and a bunch of just like different freelance work. And I was like, hey, like I'm Google Ads certified. I can run like a Google ad campaign for you. Shoot me an email. I sent this like just email blast, ton of companies around me, no responses. And I'm like, oh, this is hard.
This is going to be harder than I thought.
I'm like, this is not going to be easy. And so then like in my own time, I like made my own website, I ran ads to it because I wanted to like get a feel for like, all right, this is how I would do it. So like, I know how to do it. And, like once I think a customer does come to me, I'm like, okay, I can do this. But like, it's just getting that customer and getting that, where I'm like, having an agency would be nice just to like, just focus on like the Google ads and just focus on the PPC stuff, while like the agency is the one who finds the clients.
Yeah, and probably, the opportunity to work in different industries with different clients, different companies, right? That seems like it'd be right up your alley. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
Well, when we look back, I know we talked a little bit about this based on your internship, but maybe I can extract a little more out of you. When we look back at your past experiences, those internships and part-time work again, what are a few things that you have really learned or that you have come to appreciate the most? You just stated that you're starting to appreciate that it's going to be harder than you thought, but are there other things, or connections that you've made, lessons that you've learned, mistakes that you've made that are really sticking with you right now?
Kind of how random everything is. Like, 'cause when I went to school for film, it's like, that was my goal. Like, I want to do film. But then, like, I would have never thought, like, I would have done the internship, and that would have led to me discovering digital marketing, and that would have led down me getting, like, Google Ads certified to make my own website. And, like, I would have never thought I would have done that, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah, so has that, kind of reminded you to stay open-minded to experiences and kind of knowing that different things can lead to, to make new connections and meet new people and lead you to that next opportunity, right?
Yeah, it's basically led me having, like, a much more open mind to, like, pretty much anything. Like, I don't know where this might lead. This could be really cool. Like, let's see where this goes. I'm
looking at your LinkedIn resume and just sort of, or your LinkedIn profile, your resume. And one thing that really caught my eye was what you just said, your time spent studying film, cinema, video studies. I know that's not where you're headed. You've kind of pivoted a bit, like you just said. But what do you think stuck with you from studying, that discipline? Were there things that you took away from it and that you can apply to future jobs?
Yeah, so with film, there's a lot of soft skills and a lot of hard skills. And so, like, the soft skills are, like, creative thinking and, like, just the way you, like, approach a problem. But, like, there's hard skills, so, like, a lot of software you have to learn, a lot of Adobe Premiere, a lot of After Effects, a lot of Lightroom. And those are softwares that, like, they take a second to learn. Like, they're not intuitive as they should be. And so, like, I've had to learn, like, a lot of softwares and a lot of hard skills that, like, take time to learn. But, like, I've gotten better at, like, getting quicker at them. And so when it came to like the Google Ads planner, it was like, oh, this is like another software I have to learn. And like it came pretty naturally. So like as I've been doing more digital marketing, like a lot of softwares have become more natural. It's like, oh, okay, it's just like you do this, this, and this, and you're on a way to learning more about it.
And talk to me about the creative side too, those soft skills.
And yeah, then the soft skills where it's like a lot of like random ideas where it's like even this little mic stand, like I'm currently balancing it on like a laptop holder and 2 books to make this mic work perfectly. And it's like, just ran like, what do I have around the room? What can I grab? And it's like, it worked perfectly.
Creative problem solving, right?
Yeah, just random things you would never think. It's like, yeah, that'll work.
Well, Andrew, I know we've talked about your Google Ads certification. You've got these skills in paid search, lead generation, as I said, analytics. You're really interested in paid social advertising, email marketing, landing page optimization, and other creative work. As you continue to study this space and you evolve in this space and continue to learn more, what are you starting to realize as your expertise develops? What's coming to the top of your mind? You already mentioned that it's going to be harder than you thought, but are there other things that you're starting to realize?
I don't know, because it all seems like it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's like, I don't know if what I'm learning is like accurate because there's so much information online where it's like, I would love to just like get a job at an agency and it's like they would tell me like, all right, you need to learn this, this, and this because like this is what we've been doing for like 10 years. And so like on my own, like I can't learn that. But like when I go to an agency, it's like this is like a proven formula where it's like this has worked for us, this is what we're teaching everyone, this is what works. And like that would be like really nice to have. Yeah,
that's, just this idea of having some mentorship, and some guidance to say, hey, here are the best practices in our industry. Here's what we're doing. So you want to be up to speed on those latest insights. Are there other certificates or continued learning that you have your eye on in the future?
Yeah, I'm currently in the middle of getting my like Facebook certification, which is like both. It's been meta certification, so it's like half Facebook, half Instagram at the moment right now.
Okay. Is there, and I like to ask this of guests, what's an influential life experience that you might not put on your resume or that might not show up in your LinkedIn bio? Something that those things can't fully capture that really helps define who you are and has helped determine who you are and inevitably informs your work style?
I'm really into climbing recently. Like that's been like my go-to hobby. Like I'm a big climber and like I would love to work for like any sort of like gym that would like hire me. I'm like, yes, please. I would love it. Free work.
Yeah. Okay. We'll put the word out there. There's our targeted marketing right now. put in some keywords. And so what is it about climbing?
It's kind of like a mix of everything where it's like, it's a great workout. Like every day I'm just sore when I get home from work, but like, it's almost like a mini puzzle in itself. Anytime you get on the wall where it's like, how do I get up this like 8-foot wall that looks self-explanatory, but like every move is like this different challenge you have to overcome. And there's a lot of just like random like moments where you're like, I would never think to put my hand there, but I have to put my hand there to get there. And like at the end of the day, like I'll try a bunch of things, and if nothing works, like just ask for help, for someone's like, hey, I saw you did the wall. Well, how'd you do that? Like, how'd you get your hand up there? And they'll give it, oh yeah, I just do like this, and this. And it's like, I would have never thought about that.
And I would imagine, when you're climbing, I know this because my daughter is a rock climber as well, and so I've done a little bit with her, but there are so many small adjustments that you have to make, and I'm always amazed at like the tiny muscles you have to use, and sometimes just where you put your finger or your toe, tiny increments can really make a big deal, and kind of small, the details can make, really change the outcome of things, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of like small adjustments where like you're almost doing the same thing over and over again, but like you're changing like just small things each time, where it's like every time you're learning just a little bit more, like, okay, put my finger slightly higher, or like I put my hand out a little more, put my leg out just a little less, and like all these increments add up, and it's like in 1 month you're like, I didn't improve at all. But you look like back at the year and you're like, oh, I improved so much.
And I love how you pointed out just this idea of being able to look around, look at your peers, and notice what they're doing and ask for help when it's time to ask for help.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, I think I know a lot, but if I'm not getting this like problem right, then obviously someone else might. So it's always good to ask for help.
Absolutely. Andrew, give me an example of a type of work environment that you thrive in. I mean, I can see you in the gym, climbing on the walls, working in a climbing gym or whatever it is, but, sort of in terms of the pace, do you have an idea of what type of environment you want to work in or don't want to work in?
It's kind of like a mix between like, I like to do my own thing where it's like, okay, I'm given like end of the day, do this, and this. So like I have like a clear goal of like, all right, I have 8 hours to do this many things, but also still being like an office where it's like, I still can go to lunch with some peers, or I can like be around people who, if I need help or they need help, they can ask me for stuff, I can ask them for stuff. So like a mix of like independent, but also like just enough teamwork where it's like a good balance.
And then speaking of those peers, what do you think people will appreciate most about working with you? What if I went and asked the people that you work with today, what do they like about you?
I make funny side comments. I work a lot of time, like obviously in restaurant work, you have some funny characters that walk in. And so like, obviously you put on the customer service face where you smile, you're like, oh, of course we'll help you as soon as possible. And like, we help them and they leave. And like, as soon as they leave, it's like, can you believe they just asked like that much things of us? And like, just random side comments, they just have a little chuckle.
I like to do this with my guests, Andrew, where I kind of, get you to kind of create a vision board for me. If you could land at any company, land at any client, or sort of nab a particular role, kind of paint the picture for us. Where do you see yourself going? What would be the ideal land for you, or the ideal next opportunity for you?
Well, obviously I'd love to work for any kind of climbing gym. That'd be fun. Or like a big like AAA developer, like working for something like Blizzard, or working for something like Riot Games, like anything video game related. That would also I would love to advertise for like any video game that comes out. Like that'd be my dream right there. Okay.
All right. We can put that out there into the world for you.
I'm manifesting it.
That's right. Andrew, what about advice? What would you give to others in your position, or those that are looking back maybe on the path that that you have taken, maybe a similar college path, or a study path, or even whether it's doing internships or getting these part-time jobs? What advice do you have for others who might be coming up behind you, or in the similar space as you?
It's a big question. Say yes to a lot of things. Just say yes to as much as possible. Like, because you'll never know what path will take you down. Like, I would have never thought I would have ended up doing an internship that would have made me change what I want to do in life, and now I'm here, and I would have never. That path was not in my mind at all, but now I'm here, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, that was a good lesson, I think, to look back on and to say yes to that. Seems like that was a really pivotal moment for you. I wonder, what was it about you saying yes? What forced you to say yes? How did you maybe break out of your comfort zone, or how did you have that? How did you come to that realization? What did it take to get you to say yes to that internship, which ended up being so transformational?
It was that I wanted to get in the industry, because it's obviously going in film is much harder, and that was also a thing that made me change career paths. But it was like wanting to be in the industry and be like, all right, I want to see if this is for me, because like I want to get in and I want to work there, obviously. And so it was trying to find any way in as possible. So when I got there, I was like, yes, I finally got it. And then of course when I get there, it's like, oh, and we're changing career paths.
Which I think we have to do in life. You know, we've got to be open to pivots. We've got to be able to, especially today, I think so much has changed about the job landscape, and you're entering the workforce kind of in a new era, a new world, which leads me to this question. I dare I ask this, but what do people get wrong about Gen Z? You're a Gen Zer. You're of that generation. What do people get wrong about you guys?
That we don't want to work. I think it's just like, like any generation, you have like the good apples and the bad apples. And I feel like, at least the people I worked with, like everyone my age, like they're some of the hardest workers I know. It's just the opportunities are much scarcer and much harder to come by. And just like, it just happens to be like any other generation where like sometimes the bad apples are given more opportunities and they give us a bad name, versus you work in a restaurant, you see people our age, like they're working their asses off.
Yeah, and working multiple jobs to piece it all together, right?
Yeah, they're working because it's hard to afford rent, so they're working 2-3 jobs, and sometimes like there's the Gen Z stare where it's like people are like, oh, they just like they're so like there's no manners with them, but it's like I think they're just tired from working 2-3 jobs.
Well, we'll keep that in mind. I appreciate that. That's good feedback. Well, it's that time, Andrew, where I kind of give the mic to you, give you an opportunity to give us a shout out, either a shout out or a call out. I call it. Is there someone or something that's really helped or influenced you along the way that you want to give a shout out for, sort of an open mic moment, or a call out, something that's got you riled up? So I'll give you the last word here. I'll hand over the mic to you to kind of close us out. But what are your shout out or call out? What is it?
As always, shout out to Mom and Dad. Thank you for couldn't be here without you. But otherwise, I'm open to work. Hire me.
There we go. Well, where's the Andrew? Where's the best place for people to keep up with you? Is it LinkedIn? Where else can they go to find out more about you?
LinkedIn probably the best place, or if not, I probably already sent your agency a job application.
That's right. So dig into the files. Look for Andrew Kaminski. He's probably already applied there. But we're going to get this out there, and we'll share what you're looking for and what your skill strengths are, and what you can bring to that agency or company here now that you've got your degree. We're ready to get you out into the world, Andrew. So best of luck to you. Anything else to close with?
Thank you for having me on. It's been wonderful.
Thanks for being here. All right. We'll talk to you later. Hey, everyone. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what you heard, be sure to check back weekly, subscribe to the show, and if you want to be featured on the show, come hit us up at theunderswell.com. We'd love to hear from you.